now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Villain Podcast Network.
Yo, you already know what it is. Mr. Fuck You on me in this bitch. Back here with another episode of Normalized Growth to the Search for Zen podcast, man, on the Dat Villain Podcast Network. Welcome back. Hope y'all enjoyed the first episode and all the ranting and raving of our esteemed guest Razcast himself. It was a very interesting conversation, and I do feel the need to say all thoughts and opinions expressed by anybody other than Clint Taylor, Mark Sox, and Mr. Fuck You or me are their own and do not reflect ours. That ain't to say we disagree. It ain't to say we agree. It's just the person speaking, they own it. They own it. I think, fellas, would y'all agree?
Oh, I definitely agree. And I'm glad you said that. Just as a disclaimer, you would think that people would know that, but maybe they don't. So
right.
Thank you for
saying.
Yeah.
Plus, people need something to rail against. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to be an excuse for why people want to bash the album. People good for drawing conclusions on shit they ain't heard or seen. You know what I'm saying? So, but in any event, hope everybody that took the time out to listen to the first episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're looking forward to this one. We're going to get into the second joint, but before we do, we're going to give the fellas the opportunity to introduce themselves and just kind of say what's up to the people and anything you want to let them know before we hop in.
Man, I'm in Mark KSX, Mark Sox, one half of the Normalized Growth. Happy to be here, man. Excited about the music. Before I finish mine, man, shout out to the whole squad. Shout out to the whole Dat Feeling squad. DFPN for checking in. We did an album listening for them a couple of days ago, and it was great. So shout out to everybody in the squad.
And the other half of Normalized Growth. Sorry for the low light. I got my son with me, but we're gonna get it in.
Hey, bro, come on, man. Daddy duty, bro. That's the move. You know what I'm saying? It's part of normalized growth. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we got to shout out the plugs for sponsoring us, man. Make sure you use that code DFPN10 for that 10% discount. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this, you see it on your screen. But just wanted to say that. Them jumps is official. Sound great too.
I use them every day.
All right. So we gonna get into this We Need Love joint, which I find the title very interesting. I think the titles of these songs are but can be a bit, I don't want to say misleading, but it leaves room for someone such as myself to jump to a conclusion that this ain't my kind of shit. But I'm gonna listen to it and see, and man, was I pleasantly surprised.
Tell me when you see a song title like, so what is the bias like before you even press play?
I mean, you see a title like, okay, I see a title like We Need Love, and I'm like, man, is this like another We Are the World? And to kind of go back to the first episode, it's that like you trying to kick knowledge. Like, do I really want to hear this shit right now? Like, nothing wrong with it, but I want to hear something a little harder or more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I guess I feel like when I'm in the mood for something soft, I go to R&B. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't need no fucking love, bro. I don't need no love.
Now, to be fair, the official title of the song is We Need. Right. So
is that the official title?
The official title of the song is We Need.
We Need.
Yes, that's
different. That's different. Why We Need?
Because I was typing out the song titles fast. Forgot to put the love on there.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake.
I mean, I was ready for like a deep dive, thought-provoking, the quasars hit my chakras, and the ancestors suggested, leave love to the listener. This nigga said, I was being a nigga, bro, moving too fast. So would it have been We Need Love?
Yeah, it would have been We Need Love. Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, this is having this particular conversation is the first time that I ever considered the big difference in between the two. Because I noticed when I was done that I did it, but I was like,
yeah,
I didn't really think about it that much, man. I just I often, when you do quote unquote conscious music, I know about the stigmas that come with that. Like a lot of times people be thinking shit is deeper than what it really is.
Yes.
And there's a lot of power into playing into that. You know what I mean? Like you light candles and have a seance or some shit when you record music. Like there's a couple I won't say no names, but there's a couple of producers I worked with back in the day that I was trying to work with, and I was dealing with their people who was trying to get me in with them. And they was like making it seem like they were these like enigmatic figures, you know what I mean? Like you go in there, like something like they can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Like it's like a big thing, and then you get in there and they do the same shit you do. Like it's no different. Like you go in, you like, bro, I'm about to go in the studio and work with such and such, and you open the door and it's a whole bunch of people laughing around the laptop on YouTube. At a meme or
regular
something.
Nigga shit.
And you gotta wait till they get done so you can get introduced. And then they introduce and they be like, "Oh, what's up, my nigga?" Like, and then like there's nothing special to it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like it just look nice.
Yeah.
So
but it's mad regular.
Yeah, it's mad regular, bro. Like I have yet to see not mad regular. You know what I mean? The incredible moments are often stumbled on.
Yeah,
like, that's it, bro. Like they stumbled on, and nobody gets it right all of the time.
Yeah.
So, but are we gonna wait for our guest, or we go? How you want to handle that?
Let's just move forward.
Play it.
And then play it. Yeah, we're gonna play it. We get into our discussion. If our guests show up,
okay,
and we'll shift gears. I mean, I don't have no problem listening to it more than once. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, cool, no problem. Let me. Should have had it lined up, but I got it right here.
You good.
We need love. Here we go. We need.
Let's do it.
We need love, we need joy, we need love, we need joy, we need love, we need joy, we need faith, we need love, and a bag.
Every political decision misses somebody, it's two sides every time, and that's the way it works. So even though asking for change does feel right, at the same time you're asking for who it's okay to hurt. Worst thing that can happen to you happens daily, and then the next holla at me when you're done your praying. If all my brand's black on, what is my image saying? Will I still get the draw good as a Disney favorite? My opinion on your opinion of me is this: the D is all I know, so I could never take offense. I never crypted blooded, all that blending is intense. Escaping by minutes, sold us fentanyl and took a prince. As any journey begins, the uncomfortable truth is every journey has an end for foe and friends. And not to be mean, but what it means to the ends is in the meantime you should find a better mood to be in. Cause we need love and a bag.
We need joy,
And a bag.
we need love,
And a bag.
we need joy,
Fill it up. And a bag. Hands high.
we need love,
And a bag.
we need joy,
Yeah. And a bag. Yeah. And a bag.
we need love,
And a bag. Hating me is wasting time you ain't got. You learn everything about life from the sandbox. A kid takes your toy, you either cry or wanna fight. Then an adult lies and tell you that it's best to play nice. That is till a pandemic becomes the main issue, and that same adult is buying all the damn toilet tissue. Then it's me, find me, back to that army of one. The best leaders fail cause they ain't as charming as some. The charismatic get the hoes and job, or depending where you live, it's just the hoes with the jobs. Most pimps had their roles get proposed by a broad. I know that probably goes against what you believe in your heart. Like who in their right mind would wanna jump in and out of cars? Not to say that women love it, just to say they play a part. Some shopping on the gram, others shopping on the corner. To help, are you the customer or the informer? Choose, cause we need love and a bag. Yeah, and a bag. Fill it up, hands high. And a bag. Indeed, and a bag. Let's go. And a bag. Absolutely, and a bag though. Yeah. Bring it up, and a bag. Hey, 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 and a bag. Let it rock.
We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need faith. We need love.
And a bag.
And a bag, bitch. That's all it was missing was the bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like my little ignorance sometimes. Nah, that shit is obscene. Like, man, we keep losing the homie Clint because I wanted to go right to him. I really want to talk about what his expectation was when he had crafted the beat and shot it to you. You know what I'm saying? And how shocked was he when he heard it? Because I was shocked. Like,
I heard it over the phone first. And the first thing I thought was in a bag. Like that was the first thing that
really.
Yeah, that was the first thing. Because it just the words themselves and how they play without that, it comes off very like overly conscious.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Just, there we go.
The message of the sample and it repeats, right? Like,
yes,
we need love, we need love, we need love, we need love. Like, how you nigga that up a little bit? What do you do with that? You know,
right.
He back now though. Can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, man. I had a little some difficulties, man.
No, you
My
good.
bad.
Mr. FUIM, I have questions for you.
Yeah, so let's get into the production on this one. Like, when you crafting it, you using that sample, and you hear what Buddy is saying. Like, what are you thinking in terms of your expectations on what Mark's gonna do with this type of production?
Man, Mark is a master of pockets. So when I find stuff like that where I might have the person saying some vocals and there's some gaps in there, and I see some nice ass pockets that Mark can do his thing on, I'm excited already. So, and then the chord progression in it, the tone, it was just, man, like something like that for me and him is just like a no-brainer, bro. Like he gonna find the pockets that's necessary to tell the story he want to tell, and it's just my job to do it right, you know, with my groove and shit, man. So once I catch something and I hear it, I lock in on it and I just go with it.
So when you crafting it, like, I guess this one even in particular, like as you're coming up with this, the We Need Love, like, are you expecting him to be straightforward with that topic? Like, are you presenting it like, this is the vibe of this song, this is what this song should be about? Or for you, is the vocal just another instrument?
Yep, because this the same way as he let me do what I do. I let him do what he do. Like, I don't be like, man, here's the topic. Nah, it's just like, hey, man, it's pockets in this motherfucker. Do what you do. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, I got an idea, but you know, it's just be like a streamline of just vibes with me and him, bro. Like conversations and just
Clint make beats to rap to. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, working with Clint showed me why I wasn't selling more beats when I was trying to sell beats.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because Clint is a master of getting out of the way of the artist. Like his beats, they jam, but there's always space for you.
Right.
I mean, and either way, you can listen to them by themselves,
right.
or with that. Like, there's no competition of frequencies. You know,
Yeah.
he always the way he chops his stuff, the hop in his drums, he never overdoes it. Like, it's not like he has the capability of adding all drum rolls and all types of shit in it, but
Right.
he stay out of the way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Which is something that I was never great at as a beat maker, because I was always trying to compete. I was always trying to show people how good I was.
Right.
You know? And so it was more about me when I was playing the beat for the MC, you know.
Right.
Whereas he's mastered the sound bid, you know what I mean, of not doing too much, you know, and it's an amazing thing, bro. Like, it's always open, there's always space.
Like, Clint, is that on purpose? Like, when you're making a production, are you thinking that, or is that just how you naturally craft?
Yeah, but you know, when you first get into producing, they always say leave space for the artist, leave space for the artist. So even if you're taking out frequencies from what you already done or whatever, but it's on purpose. But you know, it's enhanced more just working with MRK. You know, just I don't have to do too much. I already don't do too much, and it's just like I don't have to now. So it's just like, man, it's easy.
Okay. What when you got it, you know what I'm saying, when you got the song and was able to hear what he was able to do over your production, what was the reaction for you?
Man, this particular song, it was something else, because I wasn't expecting to hear "and a bag," you know, like I wasn't expecting to hear, you know, he, you know, sometimes he won't let the hook just do what it do. Like, he gotta add some, you know what I mean? He let the hook do what it did, but then "and a bag" is just real subtle, and it just was right. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm always I won't say surprised, but I'm never disappointed, or I'm never surprised. Like, it's just like, man, you never know what this dude gonna do, bro. You don't. You just gotta let him do it. Let him do what he gonna do. Yeah,
don't get in the way.
Sometimes he'll revise it, but that initial thought would be that hot shit, though.
Yeah.
That initial like, oh, this is it. Yeah, that be that hot shit, bro.
He get revised a lot before he gets sent out. You know what I mean? Yeah, the cut room floor is ugly, man.
Bro, we talk about the cut room floor all the time.
I'm willing to try anything. Like, the mic stay right here, like it stay right there. So it's like Pro Tools right here. You know what I mean? You know, going in just trying to, and then
lay down, son.
Wanting to do things different, but also being challenged to continue to make it palatable for the listener. Like, always, like, you know, you can do anything, any flow, you can do all type of stuff, but you have to have restraint. You know what I mean? You know, it's already a heavy, and you know, a lot of the stuff that's being talked about in the record, you know, they kind of heavy concepts that I'm light though. I try to be light on them, but to be honest, like, they really heavy you know what I mean? I come in the record talking about political decisions. You know what I mean? That's a very heavy concept, you know what I mean? But you know, kind of skate on it, you know what I mean? And hopefully people will, you know, really take that in after they 5th or 6th listen. Like, what's really being said here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So go ahead, Clint.
The song is deeper. Like, it's so many layers to it. Like, in a nutshell, to me, it's like, you know, we need love. You know, we human. We need faith to wake up in the morning the next day. But with all of that shit, at the end of the day, you still need that money just to enjoy all of those things I said previous. Just to enjoy the love, just to enjoy the faith. You need that, and it's like, But then, like he said, he started talking about political stuff. It's like he set you up with the ills. It's crazy, bro. It's layered, man, and it's a gift, man. People just gotta understand that shit.
Yeah. I mean, even for me, like, you know, I mean, I'm with you. I think it's gonna happen to everybody that hit a song. That We Need a Bag is gonna catch them off guard, and I'll tell you, because it's such a universal theme, right? It hits you right in your American chakra, you know, right in that bitch. Because when you talk about money, motherfuckers perk up. I don't give a fuck who we talking about. I don't care the quality of person. I don't care how lazy, undisciplined. If you talking about getting a couple dollars, they gonna listen. And they're gonna listen for the limit of what they're willing to do, but they're willing to do something for a couple dollars. You see what I'm saying? And I think once that, because like I can't remember the arrangement right now, but the hook that like your part of the hook, Mark, doesn't come in till after the first verse, right?
Right.
Okay. So
I say in a bag to set up the first verse, but I don't really. Yeah.
So so then, like you said, from there you come right in addressing the political shit.
Yeah.
And so it was like, you ain't want to get a listener a minute to wake up right from in a bag. Like, oh shit, wait, what just happened?
I will say that, like, the way it begins and ends definitely is on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay. I end with the oldest profession in the book. You know what I'm saying? I end with prostitution on purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that women, they bag, and we call different things prostitution, right? But back to the political thing. Something was going on at that particular time when I wrote it. Something was happening publicly. And I was kind of tripping on that. Like, I'm always tripping on different sides of ideas and how people choose like sides to things that affect everybody. Like, it's the wildest thing to me. You know what I'm saying? And without getting too deep, you know, politics is a game of who it's okay to hurt. It's not. It's okay to help. Like, politics is about who the disenfranchised is at that moment for that issue, right? Because disenfranchisement, I think, like the umbrella is too big. I don't think everybody disenfranchised in the same way. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be different issues that you disenfranchised in. So in this particular issue, you know what I mean, these people here are disenfranchised, but they such a small voter block that, you know what I mean, like, it don't matter. So we'll just cook them for this issue and we'll get back to them on the next issue, you know. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks you know what I mean? Like, America is the only country that thinks in terms of 4 years to change. Like, no other country thinks like that.
Yeah.
You know, everything we hate can be changed in a matter of 4 years. You know what I mean? Or made categorically worse, you know, also within 4 years. You know, I make it a sport to listen to the talking heads that I don't agree with, to hear how they connect bad things that happen publicly to the other side. Like, it's like, I'll be like, man, how they gonna connect this shooting to Joe Biden? And I wait, and they'll be talking, and I'll be like, there you go. You know what I mean? It's like they connect some policy to something. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's hilarious because and disingenuous at the same time, because on their side, they want you to peel their issues like an onion. You know what I mean?
Right.
They want you to be very careful about, you know, their issues are complicated.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But the issue on the other side is just that they stupid and they don't see.
Right. It's really simple. It's really, there is no nuance and context over there. All of the nuance and context is here.
It's over here. Yeah. Them over there, us over here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I want to get at a line because I think people, you know, are going to take it apart because it can be taken so many ways. But they say, if all my brands are black owned, what is my what is my image saying?
What is my image? Yeah.
What is your image saying?
I mean, it's a question, right? Like if everything I buy, if everything I consume, if everything I wear is all black owned, You know what I'm saying? What does that say about me? You know what I'm saying? And whatever that is that it says about me, will I still get a draw? Will people still,
you know, still get a draw as good as the Disney favorite? Let's not miss out on the punches. You know what I'm saying? Because even in all of this, you know, philosophizing, right? Like he's still doing, and I think this is a hallmark of what your pen is doing specifically on this album. And it's that, like, you've already discussed the flow. You've already discussed, okay, I got this concept. How do I bring it home to niggas that are operating at a lower frequency, let's say? Not to say that's bad or anything, but just hard, you know what I mean? And then even with all of that going on, I am also still going to do my job as an MC.
You have to, because MCs are always secretly waiting for reasons to discredit another MC. I give a perfect example, and you're gonna be right with me. Remember when we was at the Griselda show? Like, yo, you rhymed every rhyme with the same one as the last verse. He was like, niggas ain't doing that. And I was like, it's not really a standout quality, but okay. Nigga, you rhymed every rhyme the same way you did in the first verse. Niggas ain't doing that.
Niggas didn't do that.
I was enjoying myself, and then my MC brain was like,
whoa.
I had the weebay face, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell is going on? What are they talking about right now? Like this shit was cool. Like, why you gotta add that to it? Like,
don't do that. Like, you don't want me looking that kind of hard at it.
Yeah, you don't want me to do that, bro. Yeah. So, so MCs is always standing ready to hear that you didn't really put nothing in the verse. Like, you said a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Said a lot. You said a lot, but you ain't say nothing. You know.
I feel like you was hearing that in your head this whole project.
For sure.
Because
absolutely,
like, the shit you say, as MC dope as it is so poignant and current, and like so for me even, right? And I love this about your bars. So, like, I am not a fan of Disney, right? You know, I'm not a fan of Disney because the racism, you know, the sexism, all that other, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't be into celebrating, you know, rich white motherfuckers for being successful off the backs of other people. I just
frozen ass Walt Disney, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck is you talking about, bro? Like, you know what I mean? And so for me, it was interesting that with the line where you say, you know, if all my black on, what is my image saying? Will I still get the draw as good as a Disney? Like it hit me right in my. I hate that Disney nigga, and I'm black. Nigga, Nat Turner be proud about a nigga. You know what I mean? so, and that's what I mean. Like, listen to the listeners. Listen, like, you will never hear Mr. Fuck You on Me like this again. You never heard him like this before. I am completely fanning out over this shit, but because this shit is like that. It is like that, and it hit a nigga right where a nigga was. I can't, like, the last time some shit did that, where it spoke to like my life, man, was probably, I don't know, high school, maybe into high school, kind of my first couple of years in the military, like my first really being out on my own living, maybe, but definitely not recently. That's just not a part of the music, and that's not only your pen, but that's the music as well. Like Clint, your shit is boom bap, but your shit ain't boom bap like Derringer. You know what I'm saying? Like they're okay, like listen, you can go get a dope steak, right? They season it right, sear it, you know, I do my shit medium rare, you know what I mean? Bussin', okay? But it ain't nothing like your, you know, backyard cookout. Your homeboy throw a couple of them joints on the grill. It got a little sauce to it.
Raw onions on that joint.
You know?
Yeah.
He marinated that shit in like beer and some shit he came up with, you know?
He came up with, yeah. And he telling you about it, and you like, nigga, this shit just good. My energy orange peel, like, nigga, do you have any words to question? Like,
right. Like,
lay down, boy.
Like, that is what your shit is like. Like your shit is boom bap on the grill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think I don't filter the feeling. I think them cats like like shout out to all of them, but
for sure
they'll stick to a formula, and sometimes that formula don't include the feeling.
They hang on.
You know what I mean?
They hang on.
I can't. I feel like I'm wasting my time if I'm not doing something therapeutic with this sound, with manipulating sounds and shit, bro. So it's feeling for me first.
Yeah.
First, like the drums, the texture, all of that shit, bro. That's first for me. The feeling, like how does it make me feel?
Okay. And I think that's why your shit works alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas could really sit and just vibe with the music.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
There are beat tapes out there too. So.
Oh, for sure. Like he got. I know. So I made a dope punchline out of that Midnight Oil joint. One day niggas gonna catch it and come tell me about it. It's a jewel that's out there. It's in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I just like, man, I'm really astounded at just like how like top of y'all game y'all are. And like this song is like a perfect example. Like the groove, you know what I'm saying? You kept like you took it back with the, you know, with the vocals on the sample and it's looped and it seemed basic, but it got like a swing to it. And then like as a listener, I get validated and I hear the swing because then Mark come in that bitch and you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Along with just the fucking words, bro.
Yeah, it's not dumb. It's not dumb nigga music, bro. And that's okay. Like, because I like some dumb nigga music, but this just ain't what that is, and that's okay. You know, even in the even from a production standpoint, like it's not you know, I don't want to, like, I don't have a problem with Derringer or anybody like that, but like you said, like this ain't that. Like this definitely is about the feeling. Like it's about the feeling, it's about the vibe. I don't know if it's the Midwest thing, like it could be. You know, a lot of times all of the influences mixed in, like it make you approach, you know what I'm saying? You know yourself, like it make you approach shit a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it almost seems like people from the Midwest get it more. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of get it. They allow all the pockets to kind of live where they live. You dig? So
see, MRK got this thing where he'll say 3 different things in a bar, and if you ready for it, you'll catch it. That's his thing. That's his thing.
Yeah.
So and my thing is the feeling. Like that's so it's like we're literally he's mastering that like on the path or whatever, and I'm on the same thing with this shit, and we just come together with that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, bro. Y'all, I mean, like I think the normalized growth concept for y'all is so dope. This is y'all, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but 3rd project together, right? We got normalized growth 1, and we got Rise of Sock Heisenberg, right? Like, and I would venture to say it took those to get here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
1,000.
I mean, we all like artists start now. You already know. Me and Mark used to call it, you got to get the whack shit out first. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you pick up a pen, I'm sure it's the same. When you pick up a beat machine, bro, it's like, okay, what do I do with it? And so you got to fumble with it and say all of the corniest shit, make the wackest Casio watch beat. You know what I'm saying? Like to get it out the way so you can get to the good shit. You know what I mean?
My guy Ko called it jumping monkeys.
Oh, sweet.
Jumping monkeys.
Yeah. Let me tell you why. Because we was in a session and we was writing a song for you ever heard of this kid named Trevor Jackson? He played Shaft. Remember they did the movie Shaft like a couple of years ago?
Oh yeah. It was like with Samuel L. Jackson, like a continuation of that one, right?
No, not Shaft. It was oh man, I can't even think. Anyhow, it don't matter. Anyhow, he was a Disney dude.
Okay.
And so we sitting there, we gotta write this song. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like screaming out words, and I was like, yeah, it ain't funny, you know what I'm saying? And then we could jump the monkeys, and everybody in the studio busted out laughing, you know what I'm saying? But it was like I was trying to find like something to go with it. Yes. So every time we write a song, like to this day, if he doing something, he'd be like, yo, man, we need to jump some monkeys, you know. It's like, and it's what you saying, is get through the whackness to get to the greatness, and that's what it was. The song wound up being great, but I had to jump some monkeys first.
Yeah. Oh, nigga. Yeah. Jumping some monkeys is my nigga. You taking that on the road, my nigga.
I had to do it, and
you know what I'm saying?
And it's typically like if people can hear you writing a rhyme, you would sound schizophrenic out loud because you know how you go on the app and they ask you to put your birth date in, you got to cycle that little thing here. Yes. You got to cycle that motherfucker even more. but if like that trying to find rhymes, you be like, nah, I said it already. Like that. I don't like that no more. I don't like that. Man, put this shit down for a second. Like, what does that word actually mean? Hold on. Like,
right.
Mean that. We have to make it mean that, you know. like so, yeah. But and all those ideas be whack until you stumble on the one that you like.
Yes, nigga.
That's it right there.
Nigga. I love that magic moment, Clint.
But you gotta
describe this for all the producer niggas that's listening. Like what is that for y'all?
It's the same. You got good days, you got bad days. You got days down there when you can be 10 for 10 from the field. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You got days when you go down there and it's just you just going through the motions the whole day just to get to the next day, really. You know what I'm saying?
Jumping them monkeys, getting that shit out.
Yeah, we jump monkeys too over here, man. We jump the shit out the motherfuckers. We beat monkeys down.
Listen, bro. I walked into the studio of a very well-known artist who also makes beats. Let me tell you something. This dude is Grammy nominated, okay?
Okay.
I walked into a studio. This nigga was making one of the wackest beats I ever heard in my life, dog. But let me tell you, that's not even what's funny. What's funny is he did not give a fuck who was around. Like he was in his zone trying to find it. You know what I mean? He was literally just throwing shit together and sitting back and listening to it and trying to figure out if it was any good in that shit.
Right.
Like it actually had a level of genius to it. Because it was like he would stand back and be like, that shit garbage, but that snare hot though. You know what I'm saying? Take everything out except for the snare and start building again, chopping on the sample. Like, man, that shit's just kind of whack. But I do like to do that. Like he would do it out loud in front of everybody, bro. It sound like one of those Casio.
Right.
Like, bro, it was
built-in joints.
And it was turned up loud too. It was turned up super loud. And he was just sitting there just rocking. And I was like, dog, like, what? I thought it was a joke.
I think that's a tool that you get in your belt after you get that 10,000 hour or whatever people say or whatever. You can recognize that it's coming. Imagine before you do the 10,000 hours, you will never. It's just constant whackness. You never break through it where it's like I know it's coming because I've done it 10,000 times before. You know what I mean? Like you got it. Like we all got that shit. Like so it's like it's like, damn, even when you great, you whack.
Yeah, yo. hey, cause creativity ain't no faithful bitch, bro. She not.
Yeah.
She not. She come and go when she fucking please, bro.
And it's just being in love with the process, man. And,
yes.
And when you catch it, you catch it. Like, it's beats now I go back and listen to from projects we did. Like, nigga, how I do that? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was one of them moments. Them days I was like going through them jumping monkeys and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll stop writing if it ain't. If it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't work, I just stop. Like, man, let me stop, bro. I'm tripping right now.
Yeah.
This ain't going where I wanted to go at all.
Right.
Why are these starting in my head? Like, these ain't the ones, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. So, but I think that's dope. And again, with the concept and the idea, it's like y'all are living that shit out. You know what I mean? Even together. You know what I mean? I think, man, I mean, these songs are special, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every one of them. Like, started off with Let's Begin. I mean, just, you know, everybody, you know, when we had the listening session with the squad, man, the first thing, that piano, it's something about it, and it's like wild, right?
Yeah.
That quick. He caught it, he knew it, he like, you know what I mean? He ain't, like you say, he ain't get in the way. You ain't get in the way. I'm glad I brought this shit up. We gotta talk about Normalina. You know what I mean? I missed that last episode. Normalina is dope as shit. I want a Normalina on my shit, bro.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
I went Normalina, bro. What was the birthing process for that?
It was okay. So I'll tell you what it was. The birthing. Okay, that's a great question. The birthing process. The birthing process of Normalina happened when MF Doom died, and I started going through his catalog. Going through his catalog, and he had all of these different clips of things that were helping the records move forward. Like, in almost all of his songs, he had these different clips from old movies and old TV shows and different people saying shit. And I was like, man, that's dope as shit. Like,
right.
I want something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in my stuff. And the first thing I tried was some movie clips and stuff like that.
Right.
But it really wasn't working for me. And I was watching something that reminded me of Japan.
And your ass was asleep.
Reminded me of standing in the subways. And remember when you would stand there in the subway? Did you ever? You never came to Tokyo, right?
No.
Okay, so when you standing in the subways, there's a voice talking. You know, the next train is coming soon. You know, this is
they got it like that in Boston.
Yeah, and it's talking. Obviously, it's in Japanese. You know, when they talking. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ichiman, Mama Naku. You know, like, and they'll say that, and they'll tell you the name of the train. And so I was like, what if a voice like that, you know, guided you through the album? You know what I'm saying? You know, and so I found this program that made those voices, and it's all types of voices. You know what I'm saying? You know, European sounding voices, Latin sound, all types of voices. So it took me a minute, to find the voice that I liked, and I tried it on one song. You know what I mean? And it sound real dope. Yeah. I just kept trying new phrases and new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just an idea that stuck.
What made you pick those phrases? Speaker will be with you shortly. Let It Rock. First of all, that Let It Rock is so dope. That's like hearing your mama curse for the first time. Like, with that voice. And then saying
okay.
You know what I mean?
It's all of those things, all of those breaks are my idea of giving Clint his flowers. Right, like it's not me talking. Like, I'm out of the way, right? I'm basically telling you, enjoy the music. You know, the rapper is coming. You know, vibe and shit right now.
Yeah.
You know, Bob. It's like when we get the Superstar later, but even when I was listening to the record, and like by the time it ended, it was like, nigga, the shit was so bananas. I just had to remind you. You know what I mean? You know, this shit was made by Clint Taylor. Like,
right.
And then he put the delay on her shit, like let it rock.
Yeah,
like
absolutely, man. So yeah, it was just another layer. You know, most of the classic albums that are out, they all have these layers. Like all the Outkast albums, when somebody would talk in between and they'd be like break, you know, and shit like that. Like there's always this other thing happening in all these albums. You know, whatever it is, there's this other thing happening, this other story, this other. Kendrick does it too, like in the middle of his songs, like always something going on. And so in the spirit of that,
right,
like that's where she came from.
Damn, like the shit you come up with, nigga. Like, I mean, I said it about Kendrick. Like, I'm not competing no more. Like, I'm not even trying to. Cause nigga, I'm not willing to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be tripped. It's hard enough to be nice. You know what I'm saying? The audacity to add, you know, these other elements. You know what I'm saying?
But let me push back a little bit.
Okay.
I think I've told you before, even before you started recording yourself, that you had the aptitude to learn how to use the equipment, right? And the more you learn how to use the equipment, the more it becomes more of a tool for your creativity, right? Like you have an idea, and if you already know you can accomplish the idea, then it opens the floodgates for ideas.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? You know, if right now you understood how to quickly, right? How to quickly be watching something on your phone, and within a matter of 90 seconds, it could be on one of your songs. Like if you had the ability to do that, if you had the technical skill to do that, it would happen.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not, so it's all it is you, for whatever reason, you chose to not learn the skills that always there, you know what I mean, for you to learn. And that's for anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like perfecting the craft, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's one thing to put an idea in there. It's another thing for that idea to sound good, just sonically, just period. Like, sound good, right? So there's a whole nother skill set, right?
Yeah.
Of needing it to sound good,
right?
You know?
Like a lot of times, I mean, I think we hear it mentioned often when we hear like artists talk about it. A lot of things get lost in either translation or execution, right? Like the idea is great, and like to have it, it's like I don't sound as good out loud, you know.
I could mix Clint's beats, I could, but I like how he mixes his beats. I want him fresh out his machine. I want that. I want what you was working on in the basement.
Right.
And if I need something turned up, which is so rare, like it has to be less than 5 times since we started making music together from the beginning that I made a request about some sort of volume or something. You know what I mean? Because part of a producer's signature is how he mixes his beats. You know, it's crazy because I told KO the last time I saw him, we was in his car and he was playing me some beats in his truck, brother. He's playing me some beats in his truck. And I turned to him and I said, hey man, don't let nobody mix your beats no more. He said, no. I said, nah, man, you know what you're doing. Like stop that shit. Like it knocked the exact way you wanted to knock. It's 2022, bro. Like, don't that shit knock? He said, yeah. I said, man, ain't an engineer out here that's gonna give you your sound, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I appreciate what a producer can do with his own sound. Now there are other producers, you know what I'm saying, who have not necessarily gotten good at mixing their own beats. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a record you heard from me recently. You know what I'm saying? I just say it that way.
Gotcha.
Like, and I went through painstaking effort to make it. Like it didn't come to me like that.
Right.
I mean, you know, so but that's what I get paid for, right? You know what I mean? But I would prefer I would prefer the producers go figure that out. Like I would, you know, and if they and Clint will, you know, we used to have very intense mixing conversations. You know what I'm saying? He would talk to me about it, and he was considering maybe even talking to somebody else about it. And I was like, man, you can go talk to him, but you gotta understand that all they can really do is introduce tools to you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Already make it sound how you want it to sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you get the new tools, all you're gonna do is enhance how you like to make your shit sound. And I'm glad we're talking about this because I think that because I understand production, because I know that like making beats, I know what that is. I think that I'm very good at working with other producers. Like I work very well with producers because I understand what it is they're doing, like or what they're trying to do. I get it, like no problem. Even when there's other producers that I work with, very rarely with Clint. When you and you know this, like when you hear the song, that's not the arrangement I got, dog. Right. Like I got it, like that part was at the beginning and that was the intro. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and then they always wind up being happy.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like you made this sound right, you know.
Because he know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to do here. No ego involved. Like I get it, bro. Like so let me introduce your shit, you know what I mean, the right way.
Yeah.
And some of these cats, you know, are incredible.
Yeah.
You know, beat makers, but maybe not great arrangers or you know what I'm saying, even producers necessarily. They just make beats really good.
Right. Yeah, I totally get that because I would say I'm an incredible MC. I am not the world's greatest song arranger. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like that muscle just isn't as strong. You know,
and that I would probably venture to say it's most artists. You know what I'm saying? The rarity that it is that somebody can do all. You know, man, I only know how to do this shit out of necessity, bro. Like it's not like like I'm about to do everything on these niggas. Like, you know, nah, man. Like absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not.
But no, I mean, but make sure when you speak about it correctly because there are a bunch of producers in the game that you know that rap and produce and do all kind of shit out of necessity as well, and they still don't push the way you do. You know what I'm saying? I think
we all have our different specialties, you know, for sure. You know, and a lot of the people you're talking about, they got a team, man. Like it's really a team effort.
Right.
You know, it's really people finding sounds for you. It's people working on stuff when you get there and you jumping in or you have, you know, some say so. Other people yelling out phrases.
Yeah, you got sound packs already ready for you that you ain't even.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like,
you know, your West Coast sounds. Enjoy.
Right.
You got all the best bass notes right here in front of you, like, because your homeboy just found them for you. Like, it's crazy.
Absolutely. So, and the best musicians.
But that's why I say, bro, like in this context, bro, I'm willing to take the Pepsi challenge. I think this is the best type of music because you're getting cats that's making that quality of music without those bells and whistles, without those resources.
For sure. And I can tell, like, and again, I've been in the studio with a lot of these guys. Like, man, Superman cannot fly. You know, Superman cannot fly. I mean, he can brand the hell out of himself. And he looked good doing it. You know, he looked good doing it. He looked good with the outfit on, but man, Superman can't fly, bro. Like, and a lot of times, that was one of the first things that was told to me when I got here. Matter of fact, I think it was told to us. I feel like, no. It was Bobby Creek that told me that. When I sat down and I asked him what it was like, you know, having a deal. You know, when I started asking him, he was like, man, the first thing I learned was Superman can't fly. Like, you get in there with these people you idolize and you realize, man, they just okay. Yeah. They got time and resources that we just don't. And so it come across like They geniuses.
Right.
That thing you talking about was his homeboy's idea. Like that shit was his idea. Like the genius thing he did was allow his homeboy to give ideas.
Right.
So it's, you know, but at the end of the day, if we all get great music, I mean,
worth it.
Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say.
I mean, yeah, that's what they say. I mean, I guess, well, you know, worth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, for me, getting good don't really mean shit without the payoff. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking without the nut. Why would I do it? You know? Why would I?
Practice? I don't know.
I mean, you know, but at some point, man, you got to get in the game, right? Like even practice, right? We keep practicing, but we never had a game. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, listen, bro. It does matter where you hang the paint. It does.
Yes. It
does, and that's
thank you.
That's tough. That's tough. And the older I get, I understand that, bro. And everything is not special. Like some shit is just good, bro. Like it's not special because it doesn't hold up in the light next to shit that's special.
Yes.
You know? And ultimately, who gets to call it special is not you. It's
at all.
You know,
at all. I had to learn that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Other people say special. They react to it. They, you know, you couldn't put it in the bottle if you tried.
But listen, I would venture to say that, you know, you can't have it both ways, right? If you're the creator, right, you're busy creating. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're not receiving or
the enjoyer.
Yeah, that's not what you like. You, man, listen, bro. When I came to you over this album, you was offering some other shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You was long since passed. You know what I'm saying? Clint, when Clint came here, hopped in the car, he wanted to play me the next joint so bad, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because y'all create, you know what I mean? But I'm living to it. I'm this is fresh air in my deck.
Yeah. And and when you find something that you value that much, you need time to live with it.
Yeah.
You know, and myself as a creator, this was the first time we talked about it when you told me that your guest is here. We talked about it, and I was telling you at that particular time that I didn't want you to hear anything new because I knew you were living with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew you were living with it, and it wasn't fair to give you new frequencies.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you were still taking these in. You
yeah.
What I'm saying? Like, wow, you know, if this road is just fine, why would I stop you and be like, hey, come this way? You know what I mean? Like, done to age to me yet. You know? So why would you do that to me? Like, I'm a listener, bro. What if I wind up really loving the next thing? What does that mean for now? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's interesting. All right. So we do have a guest coming through. All right. So I'm gonna pause real quick. What do you guys think? Like, we at an hour. I think we had some banter that's probably gonna get cut out. Right now, we operating at like 50 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't know how much we want to get into.
What time should we do?
Yeah.
I think that we should. I mean, we don't have anything else to talk about in terms. I mean, unless you know you got the lyrics, unless you wanted to dig into them a little bit.
Right. I just wanted to close out with something on the lyrics, which I can still do.
I'm saying I'm good on time if that has anything to do with your question.
Okay, Clint, you good?
Oh, we good.
Okay. All right. So before we get out of here, you know, man, I was able to holler at my sister, who opinion I value very much, and kind of give her, you know, some context on, you know, what's going on. She hasn't heard anything yet. She will hear the album, but this will be her first time hearing this particular song, We Need.
Wow.
And so we're going to get her reaction in real time. So is she on the show right now?
Her mic is muted.
Okay, but she could hear, right?
Now it's unmuted.
Yeah.
Okay. There she go. Dr. Tavina Lynn.
Hey man, that's Davina. I ain't seen her since she was at college.
That's right. Damn.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late, you all. Please forgive me.
No problem.
It's all good. It's all good. We've been chopping it up. You can't really see the homie Clint. He in there though. Clint, this is my sister Tavina. Tavina, this is Clint. He does the music that you.
How you doing? How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
He from Dayton, Ohio, so he close to the crib.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, before we get into it, just introduce yourself to the people. You know what I'm saying? Give whatever background you want and plug your shit.
Got you. I did not know I was given an introduction. Hey everybody, I'm a scientist by training, a creative by nature. I help people dive into the abyss of their lives and emerge open to experiment with their new truth. So a couple of projects that I have going right now is myself and two friends. We have something called the Workroom, which is a virtual co-working space for Black and kin of color entrepreneurs. So it's a place where we meet 4 days a week for 4 hours and work on our projects, right? It's accountability, and we also have like really dope collaboration and just creativity flowing. And I'm also a creative writer. So I'm finishing up a book called Still in My Mother's Womb that talks about my healing journey around my relationship with my mother. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Which it's coming. It's like a painful birth, but nonetheless it is coming. So stay tuned.
Excellent. Good.
So she's smart.
Hey, listen. If you ever heard the Fuck You On Me podcast, like she's on our unapologetically black. I think it's unapologetically black and intelligent. Yeah. So that's kind of how we do it. Which is one of the main reasons I wanted you to participate in at least one of these. Basically, we're introducing people to the Normalized Growth brand. Via the album. The album is called Normalized Growth 2, The Search for Zen. It's produced by Clint. It's Mark Socks on the mic. And I don't even want to get into anything else. Are you ready to hear the song right now?
Yep, I am.
All right, so we're going to play the song and then...
Can you get a private chat? Do you see somewhere you can click on a private chat? The lyrics are in that private chat. Is there a way to get in there, or you mute it again?
I do see the chat. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as the song plays, if you want to follow along, you can. I was just letting you know they're in there.
Okay.
All right, and then what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna let the song play. You just vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you catch, whatever you feel. Once the music stops, it's on you. Just immediate.
Okay, and it's on me to share what I initially think.
Your immediate reaction to it.
Okay. Shouldn't the person not be in the room when I share this? No.
Hell no. Hell no.
I'm like, is this how the focus group goes?
I want all that. And I know you're gonna keep it a bean, so I ain't even worried about it.
Please do. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't ask for you to come here so you could love my shit. Like,
right.
That wasn't.
Right. We want a real person.
Not at all. We are proud of it, but look, I get it. You know what I mean? So let's do it. It's called We Need.
It's a scientific review. I'm on it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need faith. We need love. And a bag.
Every political decision misses somebody. It's two sides every time, and that's the way it works. So even though asking for change does feel right, at the same time you're asking for who it's okay to hurt. Worst thing that can happen to you happens daily, and then the next I holla at me when you're done, you're bringing. If all my brand's black on, what is my image saying? Will I still get the draw good as a Disney favorite? My opinion on your opinion of me is this: the D is all I know, so I can never take offense. I never cripped and blooded, all that blending is intense. Escaping by minutes, soda spent all and took a prince. As any journey begins, the uncomfortable truth is every journey has an end for foe and friends. And not to be mean, but what it means to the ends is in the meantime, you should find a better mood to be in. Cause we need love and a bag. And a bag.
We need love.
Yeah, and a bag.
We need joy.
Fill it up, and a bag. Hands high.
We need love.
And a bag.
We need joy.
Yeah, and a bag. Yeah, and a bag.
We need love.
And a bag. Hating me is wasting time you ain't got. You learn everything about life from the sandbox. A kid takes your toy, you either cry or wanna fight. Then an adult lies and tell you that it's best to play nice. That is till the pandemic becomes the main issue, and that same adult is buying all the damn toilet tissue. Then it's me by me, back to that army of one. The best leaders fail cause they ain't as charming as some. The charismatic get the hoes and job, or depending where you live, it's just the hoes with the jobs. Most pimps had their roles get proposed by a broad. I know that probably goes against what you believe in your heart. Like who in their right mind would wanna jump in and out of cars? Not to say that women love it, just to say they play a part. Some shopping on the gram, others shopping on the corner. To help, are you the customer or the informer? Choose, cause we need love. And a bag. Yeah, and a bag. Fill it up, hands high. And a bag. Indeed, and a bag. Let's go. And a bag. Absolutely, and a bag though. Yeah. Bring it up, and a bag. Hey, 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 and a bag. Let it rock.
We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need faith. We need love.
And a bag.
All right, so how do I feel about the song? So I really like the melody, the music. I like the hook. I did not like it during the verse because I couldn't hear the verse. So I don't know if you can't. There were moments where you didn't have the hook while you were doing the verse, and I could hear it more. So it's just me. I'm like distracted listening to the chorus while you're rapping. So I kind of feel like if you could not have the chorus, then that will like focus in on the words, because some of the lyrics I caught, like I liked, but I feel like I missed a lot. What else? I didn't like how it came in at the beginning. It just came in. Yeah, and I felt like I needed an introduction or an ease into the song. Like I needed foreplay or something. It just went in.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, that particular loop style, it's interesting that you would describe that as the hook playing during the verse. I listen to so much rap music, like I listen to so much hip hop, and that's such a normal thing that people do in a certain style of music that it never dawned on me that somebody who doesn't necessarily normally listen to that type of music, that might throw them off a little bit. Like I didn't even consider it. Like so that's super interesting.
Yeah.
Like that's super interesting. But yeah, that's all I say about that. That was dope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, my bad, Clint. You got it.
Oh no, I just appreciate her opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, I never even considered that.
So like let me dig into that a little bit, right? Well, first off, I guess I'll say, would you play it again?
I would, and I was gonna ask, can I listen to it again? Just because too, also the type of person I am, like if I'm your audience, right? Most rap music I don't catch it the first time usually. Like I usually every so often I'll hear a song the first time and be like, that shit was hot. Like I loved it. Usually I gotta play it back a second time or maybe even a third time to know whether or not I even like the song.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's why I was gonna ask, like, can I listen to it again?
Let's run it back.
We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need faith. We need love. And a bag.
Every political decision misses somebody. It's two sides every time, and that's the way it works. So even though asking for change does feel right, at the same time you're asking for who it's okay to hurt. Worst thing that can happen to you happens daily, and then the next I holla at me when you're done you're bringing. If all my brand's black on, what is my image saying? Will I still get the draw good as a Disney favorite? My opinion on your opinion of me is this: the D is all I know, so I can never take offense. I never cripped that blooded, all that blending is intense. Escaping by minutes, so that's fentanyl and took a prince. As any journey begins, the uncomfortable truth is every journey has an end for foe and friends. And not to be mean, but what it means to the ends is in the meantime you should find a better mood to be in. Cause we need love
And a bag. We need joy.
and a bag.
We need love.
And a bag.
We need joy.
Fill it up, and a bag, hands high.
We need love.
And a bag,
We need joy.
yeah, and a bag, yeah, and a bag, and a bag. Hey, wasting time you ain't got. You learn everything about life from the sandbox. A kid takes your toy, you either cry or wanna fight. Then an adult lies and tell you that it's best to play nice. That is till a pandemic becomes the main issue, and that same adult is buying all the damn toilet tissue. Then it's me by me, back to that army of one. The best leaders fail cause they ain't as charming as some. The charismatic get the hoes and job, or depending where you live, it's just the hoes with the jobs. Most pimps had their roles get proposed by a broad. I know that probably goes against what you believe in your heart. Like who in their right mind would wanna jump in and out of cars? Not to say that women love it, just to say they play a part. Some shopping on the gram, others shopping on the corner. To help, are you the customer or the informer? Choose, cause we need love. And a bag, yeah, and a bag, fill it up, hands high, and a bag, indeed, and a bag, let's go, and a bag, absolutely, and a bag, though, yeah. Bring it up, and a bag, hey, 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 and a bag, let it rock.
We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need love. We need joy. We need faith. We need love. And a bag.
The wisdom.
I'm curious what I'm hesitant to say this because I'm gonna say it. I'm curious to know what a female would sound like singing that part.
Singing the We Need Love?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm curious to know what it would sound like if she was singing it. Just her or her with whoever's doing the vocals right now. Like the combination of the two.
Throughout the whole thing, like it is right now.
Not throughout the whole. I still think that I still would like to hear the verse without without that part, but just when it's just that part by itself. And that might be interesting too, if y'all kept it going for it to just be a woman's or just a vocal change during the hook, and then having it how it is during like the verse, if that makes sense.
That's a very interesting idea.
It is.
Like the frequencies between the woman and the man would you would like to hear what it sounds like because you
I
think
do want to hear what it says. Yeah, but the part in a bag, I really like how you've done that part. How it's how whoever's doing that part, I would keep that. But just the we need love, like that part, I want to hear what a woman would sound like.
Interesting. I love it.
It is interesting.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Young, anything else you want to share about it, or any questions about it, or anything?
Oh, I can ask y'all questions, like the motivation behind writing it.
Oh yeah, whatever you like.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if really y'all just wanted to get feedback and didn't want to dig into it. So the in a bag, was that always the chorus, or did you add that in later?
Well, that was added in later. Yeah, to accompany the sample saying we need love, we need faith. Yeah, that was added. Yep.
Okay. I really like that part.
Thank you.
What was what is like the thing you want the person listening to know after listening to the song?
That we are as hopeful as we are about change. That we live in America, and none of that change can come without the money. Like that's it, essentially. You know what I mean? I pose a few different ideas within the record. You know what I mean? And essentially my point is that finance is where the real change comes from. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, the true religion of America is capitalism. So in my opinion, so nothing moves, there is no change without capitalism movement. So that's basically what it is. So I start the song talking about politics, and I end the song talking about prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And how they both kind of work in terms of that.
Very interesting.
But again, it never dawned on me that a casual listener wouldn't pick up on that style of you know what I mean? Like I listen to so much, like I said, I listen to so much rap that I think my brain can separate the frequencies with no problem.
Yeah. Focus on the lyrics.
Yeah. I didn't even think in terms of like somebody more casual listening to it, like how it might, you know what I'm saying? Like that might not be the record for me to play to like a casual listener. You see what I'm saying? I just think about that. So we might have to have you back in the future.
I was about to say that.
Because that's literally the only song on the album where something like that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everything else has proper choruses and
so with that, I think, and we can probably visit this in future episodes or so, but I think that she would have a similar problem, like after hearing that, with Superstar because of the snare.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's popping with the bars, and so you know what I'm saying? Like that's really interesting. You know what I mean? Like because it's just interesting. You know what I'm saying?
This is why people choose certain formulas, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Kind of stick to it. And then when you prefaced it perfectly, like you said, if you were the audience, like that was how you started, and that was perfect because I definitely consider you the audience. It's like you are the person I want to love this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's really interesting. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes, I think we get caught up in, being so in the culture, and we used to so many things that like sometimes we forget that there are people outside of it who like it. They'll tap in for a song or two.
I mean, we got a DJ that feels like, even though it's not, we got a DJ feeling like this should be the single. just a comparison in terms of like
what the single is.
Yeah, or no, just how people listen to music, just how they, how like my man is like, yo, that's the one. Like you calling Clint, like days after, like that's the one. Somebody else will listen to it and be like, I can't even make out all the lyrics.
Right.
So,
right. And this is coming from someone that is usually, again, late to the whatever the hype music or the hot hip hop music is, right? I'm just so I gotta put that.
You just call it
there.
the hot hip hop music.
Whatever the new hotness is, I am late. Like I am just now. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I'm just now like listening to Kendrick Lamar, like not even kidding you, months ago. Like, yo, this dude is hot, and it's like, yeah, Tavita, everybody knows that already.
You should have led with that. But
his new album I'd have listened to, but I'm just saying, the previous albums I had just got to a
that
couple
says a
months
lot.
ago. And that was the energy, and that was also the energy that I got when I first heard it. But I was like, this could be because I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar lately. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
So what's your go-to music? Like when you're in the mood to listen to something, what do you typically put on?
That's hard. I mean, not usually hip hop. That's not usually hip hop. It really depends on why I'm listening. Most of the time I listen to music without words. So, meditative music. I do listen. So in terms of artists, people like Sabrina, Claudio.
Yo, that new shit is insane. That's another conversation. That new shit is crazy.
See what I'm saying? I didn't even know she has a new album.
I'm gonna call you. You bugging.
They're gonna be like, why did you invite her here?
I know, right?
You don't even listen to music.
No, not at all. It's refreshing, actually. Like it's super refreshing. I don't.
Yeah, but I listen to a ton of things. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I don't enjoy my bubble. Like I'm not like it at all. Like I prefer to step out of it as much as possible. So I appreciate the energy. It's all good. It's definitely all good.
Yeah. I think we will have you back. I'm gonna be a little now that we've had you on in a more natural situation, I'm gonna be very purposeful in the next joint that I pick. So if you're willing, you know what I mean, to come back with us again, I'm sure the guys, as Mark has already said, I'm sure Clint on board as well. Love to have you.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I love this. I love this format. I didn't even know that there was something like this, StreamYard. This is dope.
Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna hold you no more, G. Man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was late, I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You showed up, and that's all that matter. You know what I mean?
Because I was like, I'm late, not even like.
Oh yeah, no, you wasn't a little bit late. You were late.
You was. I wanted.
This is not my usual MO, y'all. This is Clint Mark. This is not usually how it is. It's on my calendar and everything. I started my nap too late. I started it too late and I overslept. Yeah.
All good. Thank you for coming.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. So nice seeing y'all.
You too.
Appreciate you. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. Later.
Yep.
I love that.
Man, I
love that.
Great. Like, you know what I mean? It was great. I love
it. A scientific review.
It helps. It helps in terms of like that might not be a good single.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my man was saying, like we was talking about going there, shooting the video for it and all of that. And she's the demographic of people that we want to make interested in growth. And that's her take on it. Like, and she wants to like it. Right. Imagine somebody that has no dog in the fight. Right. I ain't hear what he's saying. He keeps saying we need love. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know how people are. You dig? So, so as a head's gonna love the joint, but it might not be. It might not be something we need to be spending money to travel and
that's something. That says something.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I think you hit the nail on the head. Like all us so used to it at this point. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
I was earlier. Like that's what.
That's what, you know what I mean? You know, and like you got Kai, half the time I can't even hear what he's saying. The shit's so loud, but I'm still, you know what I mean? I'm still like, to have somebody that's just not that.
Yeah.
Like you say, you know what I'm saying? Like
she represents a part of society, especially with like Black intellectuals that that I want to get into what we do.
Yes.
So I need, you know, I had I'll talk about that offline. I got some reviews for some other stuff too, but
she need entitlement.
You think so? You think
entitlement or something like
it might be like an entitlement, because she's saying like she might be so caught up in the loop that she may not still be able to hear what I'm saying. Like she probably Black man smile, bro. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know.
You already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say someday.
I was thinking that too.
Someday.
I was thinking that too. Someday. But Black man smile for sure. That's just like a short shot.
Yeah. And it is the difference between trying to figure out what a single is. What is a single? Because I just kind of got sobered up a little bit, you know, over the past day about some things, and I appreciated it. Like I really did, because I honestly, like, the feedback was right. I think we get so hung up on what we love about a thing sometimes that we be glued, that we think, well, or not even that. It's not even that it's not great. It's just that we'll think other people will think it's great too. Right. When they don't even have the sophistication to break it down in the way that, like, you break it down. All they hear is this. Right. You know what I mean? What's that little thing they go ee in the beat? You know, it's like, that's what you heard. You know. Right. Yeah. People are like that. You know.
The intro too.
Yeah. I thought about the intro as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't change. It doesn't change how I feel about the record, but
not at all.
In terms of, I think we seriously should maybe reevaluate putting any real resources like that behind making that a single necessarily. You know, unless we're told otherwise by the public after it drops. Like after it drops, people are like, "Yo," right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't have a lot of women listeners. You know what I mean? So I don't really know, like, what they take would be on the stuff.
That's why that was a good little review from her too. That it kind of like showed us a lot. That was really good. That was good. Because you want somebody like her. That's the epitome of the kind of fan you want. You know, she's very smart. I said scientific review, but I was serious. Like, this is a scientist about to tell you how she feels about your music.
Telling her peers about it, the different people she encountered and talked to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We want her to be able to say, y'all should listen to this.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. So
because, like, I know we kind of going long. You know what I'm saying?
A certain way. Okay.
Yeah. But I do want to just because I need people to hear what you're doing, and we're gonna close out with it. So before I do that, is there anything else y'all want to say or, you know, present to the people or anything at all?
Nah, man. I'm just honestly, for the first time in my life, man, really enjoying the journey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Really making a real effort to be in the present. You know, I got a new word. It's called nowing. It's like, what are you doing? I'm nowing. Now. Yeah, like
nowing.
Like, that's my, you know, and this is all a part of it. Like, I could really be here with y'all. Like, I'm not, I'm not focused on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, for the first time in my life, like for the very first time, like it's dope to really see my homies, talk to my homies, not also be checking my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, leaving social media has something to do with that. Maybe we'll talk about that. You know what I mean? But detoxing from social media definitely helped with that.
For sure, I can see that.
So that's all I want. You know, that's all I would say.
Lance, you got anything?
Oh man, just stay tuned for the next one, man.
Oh man, like it only do this. You know what I'm saying? And the shirt was on purpose. I'm plugging my shit, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Fuck You On Me podcast, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the homie on. We're gonna talk about that fentanyl that took a Prince line. Like that ain't skip right into it. You know what I mean? I want that with my shit.
All right.
But I do want to close out. I'm sorry. Say it again.
I was wondering if you heard it. I
heard it. I heard it. I've been living with it. We gotta talk about it. Man, appreciate y'all for sticking around, man. Appreciate Dr. Tavina Lynn for coming through. Better late than never. And I really appreciate that. Time is, America will tell you it's the dollar, but it's time. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, like, time is your precious. There's nothing more valuable because you like as cliche as it sounds, you never get that shit back. So we appreciate the time. We appreciate you, the listener, taking the time, to listen and really kind of go through this process with us. Because if you haven't been able to tell, like, niggas is really still kind of figuring it out. You know what I mean? We doing it in real time. And I dig it. I dig being a part of it. And I totally dig the process. And we're gonna end. I just want to highlight these bars because, like, y'all niggas don't be listening, and even beyond that, like, y'all niggas don't be rapping, bro. Like, and for the super lyrical niggas, sometimes it don't take all that. Case in point, the charismatic get the hoes and job. Or, depending where you live, it's just the hoes with the job. But here's the clincher. Yeah. Most pimps had they roles get proposed by a broad. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
One last roll, Mr. Fuck You On Me, man. Y'all be easy.